Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of Freelancer. We are here in the depths of planet Pittsburgh's mining operation, having refitted our ship to be a bit more effective in combat, adding ourselves 3 new, more powerful weapons in exchange for the weak little justice cannons we had previously. We've just taken down a force of rogues who attacked the convoy we were escorting, and we're going to head back up into space and see if we can't deal a bit more damage. So let's get out of here and meet up with King. Launching from Pittsburgh, let's go see what we can see up there. Now, unfortunately, the game gets a little bit choppy on some of these planets while I'm recording. For some reason, let's just say the graphics are not perfectly optimized. But we're going to get up there and see what we can do to turn things in our favor. So, we're meeting King in space above planet Pittsburgh. That's pretty easy.
There you are. 4 LSF wings from Fort Bush are searching the debris field for the rogue base. They've already taken prisoners. I'm uploading the coordinates for our search pattern. We'll rendezvous with another wing of fighters for our patrol. Hold on, there they are.
Alright.
Gamma 6, Delta Patrol
Hunting
reports
down
no
a rebel
hostile
base
contacts.
this time.
Tell them to keep looking. One way or another, we'll find where those rogues are hiding.
Alright, let's get in formation with these guys, and let's go look through the debris field and see if we can find this rebel base after all. Now, rebel bases are pretty tough things, being an entire system after all. It's going to be a little bit hard for us to take them out on our own, but we might be able to do some damage to their defenses to make it easier for our bombers.
The LSF has dispatched 4 wings to help us track down where these rogues are coming from. They gotta have a secret base around here, and this time, we'll find it.
I'm sure we will, King.
Mayday, mayday! This is prison ship XT-19. We're under attack. To all Liberty patrols, please respond!
Alright, the
All units,
XT-19
change
prison
course to
ship is under
intercept.
attack.
I'm uploading a waypoint.
Let's go help
This is
them.
LSF Patrol Gamma 6. We're on an intercept course and approaching your position.
Don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. Looks like they're near
We're under
Maine.
attack by multiple rogue fighters. We have fires on several decks, and our defenses are failing.
They're looking pretty weak.
Understood.
Hopefully we can
Hang
get there
on.
before they die. XT-19 prison. No, hopefully we can save them. This is going to be a pretty good mop-up, I think. We have a lot of people here. We should be able to help take them out without too much trouble. But we'll have to wait and see what we're up against here. Alright, Liberty Police, let's see what you're made of. Let's see what these star
We're
beams are
taking
made of.
heavy damage. Get these guys
There we
off
are.
us.
Formation
There
to be
she
broken
is.
in a second.
She's hurt bad. Everyone, break formation and engage.
Alright, formation's broken. We can now engage
Roger
these
that.
fighters. We have chosen Derek Drayton. You are going to be our first target. Look at that. Now we're doing a little bit more damage. It's quite nice. Whoop. But as you can see now, our energy, the yellow bar, is actually draining as we fire, which means if we just try and hold the fire down, eventually we'll be unable to maintain it. Next is Matt Baker. You're going to feel the full wrath of our star beams. I really do like the look of these environments, though. The space is really cool looking, in my opinion. Anyway, Matt Baker here is down. No hope for him. Let's take down Scott
Damn it, more
Haynes.
pirates.
Hey there, Scott.
Trent,
Oh,
defend
more
the prison
pirates are
ship
coming
at
in.
all costs.
Well, that's okay. Looks like we're not having too much trouble taking these guys down. Now we've upgraded our gear. There goes Scott Haynes and Brad Engel. You're next. Can we take down Brad? I hope we can. Let's boost after him so he can't get away from us, and he should have nowhere to go but to the grave. And there he goes. Bye-bye there, Scott. And new enemies approaching. Joseph Dreyer. I think we just killed someone very similar to you, didn't we? Strange. Anyway, he should go down pretty easy. There we go. Killed him off. Let's find Perry Epps next. Looks like he's our next target. Come on, Perry. We're killing these guys off practically single-handed here, Army. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, let's chase these guys down, blast them a bit more. And there we go. Some more goodies. We'll let our energy restore a little bit while we find our next target, Andy Calhoun. Hey there, Andy. Hopefully you like lasers, because we got plenty of star beams with your name on them. And last but not least, Rod Orway. We're coming for you, friend. This is Edison Trent. And you're dead.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was the last one.
Alright. We have saved the prison
The
ship.
radar is clear.
XT-19.
Where is the prison ship?
What is your status? Over.
There it is.
Fires are contained. We lost life support to several decks, but we're all right. Over.
Well, hopefully there's no important prisoners on
Is
those
there any way
decks.
we can assist you?
Negative. Repair crews from Pittsburgh are on the way. You came just in time.
Glad we could help.
Pretty cool little ship, though.
Epsilon Wing, stay here in case more rogues show up. Trent and I will continue the search on our own.
Sure we will.
Affirmative. Good luck.
Alright.
I'm uploading new coordinates. Trent, take the lead.
So this time we're leading, he's going to fall in formation with us. So we are going to head to the mission waypoint over there. Unfortunately, we're flying there manually, so we're going to hit the cruise drive. This is an interesting little thing. While the cruise engines are active, you can't fire weapons, but you do move really fast. You go up to 300, thereabouts. And if we hit a go-to operation, which is this one,
Go-to.
our ship's autopilot will automatically try and avoid the debris in this field, which is kind of nice. We can still pull on our own control here, but it'll automatically shift back in towards the center there. So that's always good to keep in mind when we're trying to fly around. So, we're looking for rebels. They must be around here somewhere.
Mayday! This is LSF Beta 4. I'm under attack and need assistance.
Looks like one of our squads is getting hit.
This is LSF Patrol Gamma 6. We hear you, Beta 4. Where are you? Over.
Well, they're here from the sounds of it. Ooh, where are you? Oh, there they are. Come on, friend, we're trying to help you. Can we help him in time? Why are you coming down to fight with no health, you fool? Tim Alexander, you're our first target. We're going to try and save this unfortunate fighter. Looks like his wing has been taken out by these rogue attackers. Let's see what we can do to help him out. There we go, there's a dead target. Whoop, can we steal anything from him? No. Alright, we gotta save this guy. We got all weapons on full. Victor Aronson, you're going down. Fire all 3 star beams. There we go. You're gonna go down sooner or later, Aronson. You might as well give up now. There we go, you're dead. Grab your loot if we can. Nothing from you either. Alright. Whoop. Come here, Scott Lewis. Trying to make me fly into a piece of debris, eh? I like your guts. Unfortunately, they can soon be on the outside of your body. Bye-bye, Scott. Alright. He is down as well. Next up is Bobby Leatherbury. You guys have the weirdest names. Alright, you stinking rogues. You stinking rogues aren't gonna last for long. You made the wrong move by coming to fight us. And we can steal some stuff from him. Excellent. There's a little bit more of our nanobots and our shield rechargers. And last but not least, you have to kill Hunter Elizabeth. It's an interesting name. Get back here, Hunter. We have some lasers for you, and now you're gone. Awesome.
The ship is holding together. Barely.
Well, congratulations.
Gone. We were sweeping through the debris field and ran into heavy fire inside a dense particle cloud.
That's it. You must have been close to their base. Can you show us where you were?
I'm uploading the coordinates now. My systems are fried, and I have a coolant leak. I'm headed back to Pittsburgh.
Good luck, Beta 4.
Thanks. To you as well.
Alright, so apparently he may have found the rebel base. Interesting. What I was doing right there, shooting those little bits of debris, those little clusters, pods like this, you can fire at them, and occasionally they drop resources. So I was grabbing scrap metal there, which we can sell later on if we want. We're going to head over to this mission waypoint, though, using our go-to operation, which automatically charges cruise engines if you're far enough away. And that way, we will head over there at a nice, decent speed.
Trent, give more power to the engines.
Quiet, King. That's what I mean, though. In these missions, if you take too long to do these kinds of things, the other characters complain, and then you fail the mission. So
I'm gonna call in for some backup.
We can't take too much time on our own here.
All units, this is
That's
Gamma
a big
6.
dust cloud, though.
We have a potential location of the rogue base.
Big dust cloud.
Converge on the following coordinates.
All right.
Alpha 1, acknowledge.
Here we go.
With the coordinates. Over.
This is
Anything
Delta
on our
1
global
Leader.
map?
We're on the far side of Pittsburgh. Changing course to your
Not yet.
location. Over.
Wait, I've got something.
Ah, there's some rogues.
Incoming rogue fighters, get ready.
Alright, turn off the cruise engines. Swing around to the target. Let's see if we can take down Stuart Anderson before he gets past us. Oh, he didn't keep going a straight line. I was hoping he'd make it easy for us. Wasn't looking he's gonna.
Into the field.
No, you don't get to go away.
Gamma 6, this is LSF.
You don't get to run away.
What's your status? The rogue base must
How about
be
you?
in the
Do you get to
cloud
run away?
ahead. Trent, take the lead.
Yeah, it looks like he gets to run away.
Understood.
That's fine. Oh, that's right. The percentage bar on the left there is the amount of afterburner percentage you have. If you hold down tab, you burn through your afterburner percentage, and that way it goes
this
away.
Is Gamma 6. We've confirmed
I knew
the
there was something
location
like that.
of the rogue base.
And we found the rogue
Transmitting new
base.
coordinates.
Alright.
All units, I can make out 2 defense platforms and an armored depot. We'll need torpedoes to take it out. Over.
We need some torpedoes for that. He's dead. Excellent.
They're on their way, Trent. We can't take out the base. Their armor is too strong. But we can soften up their defenses by taking out the platforms. Let's go.
Alright.
Look out, more pirate ships
Armored
closing in
platform it
fast.
is. See if we can't take this thing down ourselves. Oops. Fired, Will. Hopefully we can take this thing down on our first pass. I don't really want to have to come back or take as much damage as we are. There we go. That's good. Nothing to loot from it, but we can take out that other platform pretty quick. Let's get over here, use our boost to try and dodge some of these lasers and try and take down this weapon platform. They're not too powerful at the moment. If we change our speed up, it's a lot harder for them to hit us. And down goes the weapons platform. Awesome. Clay Segura, coming for you. You guys have no hope against the entire force of the LSF coming your way. You silly rogues. Having a bit of a hard time doing some damage to this guy, but there we go. Now he's down. That's what we're looking for. New target found. Bradley Dove. Whoop, come back here, Dove. Alright, you're supposed to be a symbol of peace, my friend. Soon, you're just going to be dead. Whoop, there he goes. Whoa, these fancy maneuvers aren't going to save you today. Down he goes. Benjamin Schneider, where are you? Oh, looks like our crew was here to take down their ship.
Our pleasure, Gamma 6. We couldn't have done it without you.
Torpedoes away, down goes the armored station. Awesome. Now where are the rogues gonna hide? Of course, I'm sure we just killed, like, you know, a couple hundred people. But don't worry about that. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that kind of thing. Mass murder's never been a problem before, right?
That was the last of them.
Alright, let's head back to our squad.
Gamma 6, we've got it from here. All units, secure the area.
Explosion there.
Good work, Trent. Let's get clear. I'm uploading coordinates for Pittsburgh to your neural net. Let's go.
Alright, King. We're gonna head back to Planet Pittsburgh. This will be a long little flight here. But while we're doing it, he's probably gonna be talking to us the whole time, so I can't really talk about other things in our heads-up display or whatnot either. But yeah, this little display down here is very useful for seeing else what's going on around you.
Great work back there, Trent. Not bad for a rookie. Something tells me I'm gonna be seeing a lot more of you in the future.
Well,
what we did here today will hopefully put a dent in the growing crime problem we've been having in this system. Maybe now we can focus our full attention on the Order and anyone who supports them. Schultzky's assassination can't go unpunished.
it wasn't just an assassination. They took out an entire capital ship.
Trent, Junie just sent me a message on the secure channel. Change of plans. I need to divert. Look, if you land on Pittsburgh, talk to one of the deep space reps. They'll have something lined up for you. Meanwhile, I'm transferring your payment now. Thanks for your help.
Alright, getting paid.
See you around.
Looking good. How much money did we get anyway? I'm not sure. He never actually offered us money for this particular leg of the mission.
Good job. King just told me how impressed he was with you. Hope this wasn't too much for your first assignment. I wanted to meet up with you, but the attack on Schultzky has everyone rattled. President Jacoby's ordered a full investigation to determine what can be done about the Order. It'll likely mean more work for us soon. Meanwhile, why don't you spread your wings a bit? Familiarize yourself with the New York system. Maybe see what work you can pick up. I'll be in touch. Judy out.
Alright, so now we have free access to the New York solar system and we can do missions as a freelancer. Alright, there's plenty of ways we can try and make our money, but the game will not progress until we make some more money. We check out player status here. It tells us how much money we have as our net value, including our ship, all the gear we have on it, all of the cargo we've held, and all the money we have in our inventory, and that creates our current worth. When our next level requirement is reached, we'll go up to pilot level 3 and we'll get our next bit of story, I believe. We can see a bunch of other stats here, like our relationship with various factions, such as the Liberty Rogues, the Junkers, the Rhineland Military, and a variety of Liberty groups like Liberty Police, Deep Space Engineering, Interspace Commerce, Liberty Navy, Liberty Security Force, all that kind of thing. So that's interesting, but apparently we're getting attacked, so I can't really hang around here anymore. Let's turn around and fight these rogues, and then I'll see if I can explain anything else to you. But now we have a bit of free time here in this combat, so I should be able to do it a little bit easier. So that bar on the left is pretty interesting, because it allows us access to a whole bunch of information about what's going on around us, even if it isn't necessarily a fight going on. For example, no, don't do missile me. Not interested in that today. He's going to hit us too, don't have countermeasures yet. But I might be able to kill him before he does. That's what you get, friend. Can you swing around and take out that missile? Looks like it might have missed us. Wow, that was convenient. Alright, well anyway, what I was trying to say is, the information there on the left is very useful for a variety of reasons. The current setting it's on, the exclamation mark there in the heads-up display, shows important things. It shows nearby things like planets and things like enemies if you're fighting. It generally prioritizes what it thinks you need to know about. Whether or not it's right is a different thing entirely, but for the most part it's pretty useful. Now, the option directly beside that is the ship, so that'll show any allied or enemy ships in the area, which is good. That time we actually shot down the missile before it managed to get over to us, and that was why it didn't continue after it fired. But yeah, the next option there shows stations, like the planetary rings and all that kind of thing. It shows nearby enemy and friendly stations if there are any. That can be good if you're looking for something in particular. The next one shows loot. So example, we just destroyed a ship there. If we click the loot menu, it'll show us if they dropped anything. And this one is just everything together. It shows all the friendly ships, all the friendly docking rings and whatnot. It just has all the stuff in it. Now, these options here are a little bit different. This one shows us detailed information about what we've selected. So selecting planet Pittsburgh, this shows us just the planet. But picking a ship shows us more information about that ship. If I could find one to grab, but I don't think there are any around here right now. We're on the wrong side of Pittsburgh? No, there it is. Okay. But yeah, so that's the kind of thing that's for. This shows us the full list. And this one targets in a closest enemy, which we're doing with R anyway. But yeah, so that's that. These options we've discussed already. This is your free flight. This is your go-to operation if you have a target destination. This is your docking operation for things like the planetary rings. And this is your formation button, which allows you to link up with ships and follow them. These options over here do a bunch of other things. This one tells us our current mission and gives us access to our personal log. Right now we have, this is actually our mission log, right? Shows all the missions we've done, the objectives, whether or not we've completed it, have we completed it properly, all that kind of thing. And the log shows us personal thoughts that Trent has about things that have been going on. It's a good way to remember what's been happening, but we're not going to be reading through them because there's a good amount of them. They pop up every time you do a mission, and it basically just repeats what we took on in the campaign, so there's no point to really go over them unless you forget what you were doing. This one here is pretty cool, though. This is our map. We can basically see the entire galaxy from here eventually, but for now it's pretty limited. Or at least our experience with it is pretty limited. We can see the New York sector, which is this little area here. These are the trade lanes. All of these are intersections that we know exist because we know where the trade lanes are. This asteroid field, we know where it's been because we're in it. This debris field, rather. And as we explore, we'll discover new things at all these points. We can also add other things in, like the political map. This is all Liberty space, so that's what we have as political groups here. We can check hostile space instead of neutral space, and friendly space if we have any of those. Right now it doesn't look like there is really any friendly space, but that's fine. We can also flick over to patrol path maps. This is all of the neutral patrols that we've seen. So that's pretty interesting. You can see that kind of information. If you want to be a pirate, it might be good to know where hostile patrols go, where friendly patrols go, where neutral patrols go. The mining area tells you where there are things that you can mine, so we know that this debris field is mineable. This one just gives us all the keys for what everything means, and this one shows us where all the bases in the area are. So that's pretty interesting. If you're looking for map information, there's all that stuff. There's also the universe map. But before I show you that, we're going to land, because we don't have to be in space to do this, and I don't feel like having to attack more people while we're trying to figure out this kind of information. I know, I'm landing. I'm trying to land. We're getting there. Go away, rogues. We could have just killed them, I'm sure, but at the moment, that's not what I'm interested in doing. I want to explain some of the heads-up display so you guys know what's going on screen, so when we pop it up, when we need it, we'll know what's happening. So we'll land back on Pittsburgh again. Excellent, and then we can take a look at the galaxy map. A pretty cool looking thing overall, in my opinion, but we'll have to take a look at it and see exactly what it's all about. Okay. Land here on the pad, and let's see what we got. Back on planets Pittsburgh and the New York system. Okay, so if we check out our galactic map, which is this option here, the universe map, we can see all of space. There's Kasari space, Bretonia, Liberty, Rhineland, and this Sirius sector is where we are in general, and this is sort of the Badlands, where no one has control. We would be able to zoom in on these areas and look at them in detail once we have them discovered, but at the moment, all we know about is this one sector. So we can look at this and zoom in on Liberty, but until we've looked at further than New York, we can't do anything else with it. Eventually, though, we'll have plenty of locations marked on here, and we'll be able to get wherever we want. For now, though, we'll have to wait. What else have we got? We've got access to our inventory in here. This is a way of seeing your inventory without being in a shop. We know we have 4,000 credits now. These are the weapons we have. We have our mine slot. We have countermeasures we can buy. We can also eventually get other ships that have other options. And these can be guns or missiles if we wanted. Problem with missiles is you have to keep them in stock, otherwise you aren't able to fire them. We can also check things like our equipment, which includes our thrusters and our shields. Our nanobots and our shield batteries are kept in this section. And commodities are held here, which is where we have all of our scrap metal. So, that's all pretty well and good. This one we've already looked at, shows us our personal stats and all of our relationship with the various factions. And finally, right here, we can see information about where we currently are. So this gives us information about the planet Pittsburgh, shows us what they're selling, what they're buying. It shows us what things they're selling as far as equipment goes. The ships that they're selling, I believe, are also listed in here. Are they? No, maybe not. Maybe it's just the equipment they're selling. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. Ships for seller here. The Rhino is a transport cruiser that carries a lot of gear, but isn't the best for actually fighting in. It's good for carrying resources if you want to mine. But yeah, so you can get information about the planets there, which is pretty cool. We're not going to be looking too much at that either, though. What we are going to do is we're going to come back into our equipment salesman and see if we can't upgrade our gear a little bit more. We want to get ourselves a countermeasure dropper for sure, because being able to drop countermeasures to block enemy missiles is very useful. So countermeasure dropper, you're going on board the ship. There we go. We're also going to want to buy some countermeasures, so we can go into the ammo file here. Countermeasure flares, they're fairly expensive. We're going to buy a bunch of them. We're going to make sure we have 50, I think. We'll buy all 30 that they have.
Loaded into
there we go.
cargo hold.
Now we don't have to worry about running out of countermeasure flares at a critical moment. There is some nasty gear in here too. If we look at like Sunslayer torpedoes, these do 11,736 hull damage if you hit the person. It's outrageous. Firestalker torpedoes, cannonball torpedoes, they're all pretty powerful. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of powerful weaponry out there that we might be able to get one day, but for now we'll have to hold off with what we've got. We might be able to upgrade our weaponry, but I doubt it, because for the most part, yeah, this place doesn't have a lot of advanced weaponry. We can get some more elsewhere later on. But yeah, that's that. So, now what we have to do is apparently get ourselves a mission. So we can find jobs at the bar if we're interested. Coming to the bar, there's always an option for a briefcase on the top left, and occasionally you can talk to people in the bar to get a mission that way. Alright, is there anybody offering us jobs? No, none of these people have jobs. They can talk to them. This one will allow us to pay him money to get our reputation with Liberty Police improved. And the Pittsburgh Bartender and the D-States Engineer here are just offering to chat. So let's go talk to this guy and see what he has to say. The Pittsburgh Bartender.
How's it going?
And this gives you a chance to see the nice
Get you something?
dialogue.
No thanks. But I'll bet you know what's going on around here.
I don't know you. Are you new?
I don't know you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I could tell you some things. Maybe spread the
The
word
conversation
a bit.
is so good.
Into it?
I don't know you.
All right,
You new around
I'm
here?
listening.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I can
Here's
help
what's
you.
going on.
Awesome. He says, aren't you the guy who flew with King and took out that rogue base? I've known King forever. He's been fighting these rogues ever since he joined the LSF many years ago. King's a bit eccentric, but otherwise a nice guy. I would fly with him anytime.
Every little bit helps. Thank you.
All right, then. Thanks.
So that kind of little dialogue event happens every time you talk to someone in the bars. We'll probably just skip it most of the time if we want the rumors. Like, we can chat with him, skip that, and find out what he wants to say. So, the president apparently called Bonnarell and the LSF on the carpet for the whole Schultzky screw-up. The chancellor's furious, holding us responsible for Schultzky's death. There's a rumor floating around that intelligence knew more about the order than they're letting on. So that's not good. But yeah, we can skip that so we get the rumors from them without having to listen to the whole very silly repeated chat messages. We can also look at the news if we want. See what's going on in the local news. Local crime ring has been broken. We did that. We can also look at things like, you know, a group of Freeport 7 survivors, many of whom were critically injured, were taken to the Williams Creek Medical Center for treatment. There they were triaged and some underwent emergency life-saving procedures. Agents of the LSF were also on hand to question those who could talk, but doctors insisted that they be allowed to recover before being subjected to the added stress. The LSF acquiesced, but insisted that these patients be kept in a secure location within the medical center. Doctors have set aside Ward 13 for their convalescence. You can read all these things, and they're often just flavor text. Like, you know, local prison ship rescued. We saved them! Yay! This is a test about that. This is something else, like Chancellor Neiman of Rhineland spoke out bitterly today, citing lax security and blaming Liberty for the recent death of Admiral Schultzky during his visit. Neiman went on to say that he would personally punish those responsible, regardless of where they hide. So there's a lot of story that happens in here, but it comes out anyway, so it's not the most necessary thing. But if you want to read up about them, you can do these kinds of things. That's kind of cool. The news information changes as we do more in the game and as things progress. We can also check out the job board here and take new jobs to make money. Here's a job to go take him captive. Take Scott Lamb at the Liberty Rogue captive. deliver him back to planet Pittsburgh. We're going to try and take a different one that doesn't require us to go back to planet Pittsburgh. So let's see. Group of junker ships out in the Pittsburgh debris field, or a group of Liberty Rogue ships in the Pittsburgh debris field. Let's do this one. It pays about the same as this one, but it only is fighting a group we're already at odds with, whereas the junkers we're not quite as much enemies with yet. So we might as well go fight these guys. It doesn't make a big difference because since the junkers are basically a pirate faction, we're going to wind up enemies with them in the long term anyway, because they're just going to keep attacking us eventually. But for now, why not keep our enemies as few as possible? Let's go fight ourselves some rogues. This should hopefully be a fairly short battle, but we'll have to wait and see. So, reconnaissance unit has reported a number of Liberty ships have been spotted. We're going to head out and take them down. We have to fly out to them, though, and that's the real problem. So, one thing I was saying was that I'm probably going to wind up fast-forwarding during a lot of these travel
Enemy
sections.
ships will be at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
As much as I love this game, there is a lot of time spent just flying to your destination. For example, we can check our map here. That's how far we have to fly, and we basically have to fly there using our cruise engines and nothing else, because there's no lane that goes over this way. It's not the slowest thing in the world, but it does take some time. Sometimes it's pretty cool, and I won't skip all of them, especially not when it's a mission, because there'll be a lot of dialogue going on then. And some of them go through interesting debris fields, some of them go through interesting nebulae, and can be pretty freaky, actually. One of the coolest things about this game for me was how terrifying some of these places were to explore. The nebulae in particular are just eerie, especially some of the ones that are particularly dangerous. But for now, we'll just fly over this way. We might start speeding up our travel time shortly after this. But yeah, so far, so good. Let's go over to the mission waypoint and see if we can take out whoever's hiding over there. Who's fighting right now? Those are bounty hunters and rogues. Interesting. They're not angry at me, though. They're busy with those bounty hunters from the looks of things. So we're getting pretty close here. We'll be able to take on our first Freelancer mission, take down the enemies we find, and hopefully make ourselves a nice little profit. It's not the best money ever, but it will, of course, get better as we get stronger. So, what are we up against here? Come on now. Where are you? We know there's some rogues around here. Looking to take them out. Still don't see anyone, though, surprisingly enough. There they are. Adrian ONeill, where are you?
Hostile ships
There
in
you are.
range. We
Hello,
marked them to
friends.
make
Turn
them
off.
easier to
Whoop.
spot.
That was not what I meant to do.
Viper, and you'll get the fangs.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Let's take down Adrian ONeill here. Oh, smashes directly into us. You monster. But we should be able to take them out without too much difficulty. Come back here, you. I thought we had some backup that was supposed to meet us on this mission. Maybe not. That might have been the other one. But yeah, we were taking a bit more damage from these guys. And now that we're back through the very early missions, the enemies start to be able to put the hurt on. One thing about this game that's a little bit weird is the difficulty curve. I find the difficulty curve is very inconsistent. You have a tendency to fight really hard enemies at the start of the various areas we explore, but as you stay there longer, you get that area's tier of gear, and it gets a lot easier again. Then you move to the next area, and suddenly it gets really hard again. We'll see, though. There are some really difficult things in here. So let's take down Dave Ailman, and then we can head back to base. No, it looks like more friends have shown up. They've got 2 other ships on their side now. If we can take these guys out, we should be able to claim our reward. So let's get back here, Dave. This is when missiles would be nice. People who are dodging around like this are a little bit easier to take out if you can just blow them up directly with a homing missile. Where are you? Come here. Alright, Dave. Yeah, no chance now. Oh, stop! You're a good dodger, man. Now teach me some of your tricks. Let's chase him down, though. And there we go, Dave. You are out. Alright. Charles Schaefer and Anthony Lanier next. Let's see if we can't take them down. I'm surprised we don't have any backup, though. I thought we were supposed to have some. Not that it really matters. We should be fine here nonetheless. But it does make things a little bit slower. Where'd you go? Get back here, Charles. Get back here. You're bouncing off debris and everything. You're killing yourself and I don't have to do anything about it. Alright. All I want's the money, Charles. That's all. It's nothing personal. Nothing personal. I just want the money I get for killing you. And you're dead. We can also steal a bit of loot from them. Not sure what it was, but we will find out later. We can check our cargo. And Anthony Lanier. Let's take him down as well. Hopefully, he's not going to be quite as good at maneuvering as his friends were. Whoop. Ew, whoop. He's pretty good. Pretty quick little guy. Thankfully his shields are down now, so any damage we do is real damage that will be staying there. And he'll go down pretty quick if we can keep doing damage like that. It would be really nice to upgrade our weapons again, but we need to go to some different planets to be able to find the higher quality gear. Alright, Lanier, you're gonna go down sooner rather than later. Come back here. Last but not least, you are... Come on now. Yeah. You're done for.
Good job.
Oh, there's more of them.
Not done yet. There are more hostiles at the next waypoint.
That's okay. We'll head over that way. But there'll be 1 second before we can do that. Alright, let's see if we can't get over there nice and quick. Hit the cruise engines, and let's get to the mission waypoint. We should have just enough time this episode to finish these guys off before we have to go. It might be a little bit longer than planned, but that shouldn't be too bad. Should have plenty of time. Alright, this might be where our allies show up, if there are any of them. Although it doesn't look like it still. Alright, back into the dust cloud. There they are. There were allies for us, they're just over here. We'll take down Troy Murphy and see if his friends are any match for us after this. Especially now that we have allies, this should be pretty easy. Troy, what are you doing, dude? You're just sitting there and taking it. Oh, Troy's dead. It's fine, Keith. Didn't I just kill you, Keith? Somebody else with the last name Lanier just died. Well, you can go meet your brother then. We'll make it nice and easy for you. Now, there are some fancy maneuvers we can try and do as well, but for the moment I'm not going to worry too much about them. I'll try and start doing things like that once we start getting chased, because one of the different control options you have is you can hit Z to turn off your engines. And turning off your engines is pretty cool, because what that does is, it means you maintain your momentum in the direction you were going before you turn them off, but you can now turn and look in different directions and still do everything else that you would normally do, which is pretty cool. It means you can fire backwards at people who are following you and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty awesome. There's one rogue left, Stephen Parham. If we can take him out, these guys will be cleared out and we should get our reward. Bye-bye, Stephen. Thanks for flying right towards us. You're done for.
You did it. The area
And there
is
we
clear.
go.
Well done. Mission Commission signing off.
Alright, mission was a success. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing some Freelancer here for you, taking on some missions on our own accord, on our own terms now, for a change. We might go check out what that debris field is next episode, but for now, we're going to be stopping here. Hopefully you have enjoyed what we've seen today. If you have, don't forget to let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you again next time, but until then, bye-bye.